Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Oh boy, this is going to be an interesting one. So a few days ago, Bob Chapek was at some investor meeting, some investor call, and he was what's been called as lavishing praise onto Kathleen Kennedy. Now, in all fairness to Bob Chapek in this instance, he was asked about the future of content on Disney Plus going forward. And so he was highlighting who was running the various divisions and saying that he had a lot of faith in them, that they were great, they were this, that, and the other. And of course, the Lucasfilm side, it's Kathleen Kennedy. So it's not as if he was specifically lauding praise onto her. It would have been very weird if he'd said, well, we've got Kevin Feige, then we've got this person, then Kathleen Kennedy's kind of mucking things up at Disney. But if you look at the way that Disney, or Lucasfilm, I should really say, we've got to separate the two, because obviously there's loads of different divisions going through Disney. But if you look at the way that Lucasfilm have behaved recently, it's absolutely insane. And it's not just a testament to how poorly it's being run. It kind of shows that Kathleen Kennedy either has little to no control over the people under her, or she's very happy for the people under her to run truant and attack fans. And I think, judging from what we saw in the fallout of the Last Jedi, it's probably the latter. Because these people don't like you. We need to really ascertain that fact. These people at Lucasfilm, they don't like you. This is why I've cancelled my Disney Plus after the Gina Carano business. Not that I'm feigning ignorance and thinking that they cared about us before, but it looked like with The Mandalorian, and it looked like with Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, but I want to particularly kind of give a bit of praise to Jon Favreau, because I think Jon Favreau really comes from a true place. I think he's exceedingly excited about the property that he's working on, and I think that he legitimately wants to create an amazing product for people to watch. So the Mandalorian, for instance, that show appeased a lot of Star Wars fans, and it quelled a lot of the fire that was raging at Lucasfilm and the adverse relationship that they had with their fan base. All Disney had to do was shut up. Just shut up and let things run their course. But they couldn't. So we had the finale, of course, of The Mandalorian with the reveal of Luke Skywalker. And it was a wonder moment for Star Wars fans, an absolute wonder moment. And so at a time of what we thought or perceived or hoped or wished, whichever one you want to put under that, was going to be some sort of healing, was some sort of attempt at a healing process between the fans and Lucasfilm with the Star Wars franchise, almost immediately turned into a PR disaster when Pablo Hidalgo, of course, made fun of Star Wars Theory, probably the biggest Star Wars channel out there, and very pro Star Wars and pro Lucasfilm, for getting emotional at seeing that reveal of Luke Skywalker. Absolute insanity. But it just showed you how much Pablo Hidalgo as a person hates the fans. How much he resents the fans, how much he doesn't care about the fans, and simply put, somebody who displays that sort of hatred, because it is hatred, should not legitimately, and this isn't cancel culture, should not legitimately be in that role. You should not be in a role at a company if you hate the people that you're attempting to deal with. Because it will come through just as Pablo Hidalgo couldn't keep his fat face shut. After that, it became open season. We had the whole Gina Carano business, of course, with Gina Carano being fired for saying stuff which wasn't even wrong, misconstrued and misquoted, and with the support of Lucasfilm again, the finger pointed at Gina for people to go and destroy. Even when they sacked her, she had no idea, Gina, until she saw the social media posts on Twitter. And even the sacking lied and painted her in a light that she did not in any shape, way or form deserve or mean with her tweet. And of course, we know about Pedro Pascal and what he was tweeting, but he could do that, fine, no repercussions. And of course, these are the people who for the last 4 or 5 years have been calling us on the critical side of matters Yahtzees and white supremacists and all that sort of business. So they themselves are just dripping in hypocrisy. Yesterday, this High Republic stuff, which is a disaster at the moment, because Disney have lit a flame once more under the malcontents, and every time they post a video up on their YouTube channel, it just gets downvoted. Kathleen Kennedy does a speech for the Oscars about we need strong women, while just a couple of days before she had fired a woman for having her independent thoughts and not curtailing to the masses and not succumbing to the cancellation mob. What happens? That video gets pulled down. Cowardice everywhere. Cowardice everywhere because these people can't confront their own hypocrisy. It makes them mad. They don't want to see it. Oh, no. We're having our hypocrisy called out. Delete. So the conversation gets ended because we're cowards. Nothing but cowards. The High Republic stuff, downvoted. And it's not just downvoted because of spite. It's also downvoted because it looks shite. Soy-based, bland, typical stuff which we've seen time and time again in recent years with characters. It doesn't look in any way, shape or form interesting to me. Gary's read it. Yellow Flash has read it. They haven't spoken about it favorably at all. Garbage. They put up their latest video, but they don't put up on the YouTube channel, which is getting absolutely battered at the minute. They put up their new video onto Instagram yesterday, where they introduce one of their brand new characters, Geode, a rock. Now, can I just stress, this is actually a fan rendition. They've mocked it up to look like how Lucasfilm have been showing off their new characters. This is actually a fan rendition. And can I just say that this fan rendition of Geode is more exciting and more interesting than the actual reveal from Lucasfilm, which is that. A freaking slab of rock. Now, I had a conversation today on Twitter with somebody who was trying to defend it, saying, well, the force flows through everything, so why not a rock? Why not a rock? I'll tell you why. Because it's a rock! Because it's a fucking rock! And it's a boring slab of granite that they've done nothing interesting with. Guardians of the Galaxy, they call Groot tree, from time to time, because it's essentially a tree. But it's an interesting, tall, walking, talking, animated tree that actually adds something to the mix in Guardians of the Galaxy. They haven't even attempted to do anything with this slab of rock, which is the navigator of this vessel behind us, which is, you're not going to believe what this is called, folks. It's so clever. It's called the vessel. I mean, clearly the person that I was debating this with, clearly they're right and I'm wrong. And this is just some 4,000 IQ incredible stuff, which I just don't get with my small brands, you know? Small brands. Needless to say, their Instagram posts got absolutely laughed. And because Star Wars and Lucasfilm have the courage of their own convictions and believe in the product that they put out and the characters that they put out, they deleted it, of course. They deleted the Instagram post. So people couldn't give their feedback. Because why would you want feedback from the very people who are meant to be purchasing your product? Screw them. They're just Yahtzees and white supremacists. If you don't want feedback, don't put it out there. You know? Just don't market it at all. Because that's how it sort of feels right now. And if you truly believe in your product, screw the haters. Just like when we put up a video that we think people might not necessarily agree with the point of view, you keep it up. Regardless of the ratio, you keep it up. Because you got to have the power, you got to have the courage of your own conviction. So when you pull something like this down after you just announce a slab of fucking rock, it shows that you have no faith in your product. You have no faith in the feedback that you get from it. It shows that you're cowardice. So they just popped it onto the Star Wars website. Of course, where you can't reply to it. It's utter insanity. This whole High Republic stuff is literally a laughing stock. A laughing stock. Uncreative, unimaginative ideas, bland, boring characters, and now a literal slab of rock. Woo! Hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and YouTube for live streaming. Links, they're in the description box down below. I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.